Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So,
Hello,
hello. So,
Hi.
how are you all?
going great.
Going great. Okay. So, we will be starting in a moment. Meanwhile, we just wanted to have a quick intro type of thing that we can do off, right? So from our side today, we have myself, then Brijraj with me, then Yash we have. So most of the folks who joined our last meetup, they know me and Brijraj, but Yash is new to us today. Although he has taken few of the sessions in past, but this time he has come up with something different that we are going to see today. Like it's today's session is going to be a bit interesting. It is not going to be how to crack a mango or fan company. So it's going to be interesting and all. So why not? Meanwhile, let's do. All other folks are joining. Let's have a quick intro of everyone.
Yeah.
So Rishi, why don't you start? I think Rishi is not here. Okay. Pramod, let's start with you.
Yes, absolutely. Let me just. Yep. Hello, hi everyone. Pramod
Hello,
this side.
hello.
I'm working as a backend engineer as of now at Auto. Nice to see you all, and pretty excited to see what's going to happen today.
Nice.
Uh, okay. Now who want to go next?
Isn't there no such specific barrier for the language? You can use Hindi. It's totally up to you. Like we can understand Hindi or English. Yeah, and little bit Marathi.
And Bangla too.
Understand? We can understand. Not Kolkata, like Bengali language.
Okay, that's cool. So, Gayatri, why don't you start? After Pramod, let's go with in a sequence in the order it is shown in the screen. So, Gayatri,
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
good evening. And no, sir, no, ma'am, here, please.
Uh, yeah.
This is Gayatri, studying in Vigyan Institute of Engineering for Women, third year.
Okay.
Electronics Department.
Okay. And you are from which city?
Vizag.
Oh, nice. Great. Nice to meet you.
Actually, I have heard a lot of things about Vizag, like,
Yeah.
but never got an opportunity to visit that place. From last 4 year, I am planning to go there, but the plan never succeeded. So, Gayatri, what's so special about Vizag?
It's about the climate and it's about the nature around in the Vizag and so many places to explore things.
Nice.
Oh, nice, great. Okay, thank you, Gayatri, for joining us. We hope today you will learn something new, which is not from a typical CS or engineering thing. Okay, so next we will go with Rishi. Rishi is not here, I think.
Anyone, like if you want to introduce you.
Feel free to volunteer. Don't be shy.
It's
We are
just
not going to judge you like on any parameter. Feel free to speak your language. Feel free to say whatever you want.
yeah. Rishi is here.
Yeah, Rishi. Then please wake up.
Yeah, and
Hello.
uh, okay, mic is not working. No worries.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah,
Hi.
I'm studying at a college. I'm studying at Trinity Academy as an engineering. My branch is to electronics and telecommunication. I've been known with something basic coding languages and here to explore some new things and new knowledge between you guys. So hello everyone. Myself Siddhi.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Okay, nice. So we'll go next. We have. Yeah, feel free to go, Hemant.
Anyone, like it's totally up to you. It's just like it's an open platform. This is not a classroom or something. The team meeting in the company.
Okay, this is
It's just
not a
like it's
scrum call
a it's, yeah. It's
that you
just
have
like
to
it's a
give your
open
update.
discussions. we'll start the topic like later. First, we'll like so it's just like it's an open discussions. So there is no such specific barriers in terms of language or the maybe like like this is not a classes or something or maybe the company college.
Feel free to speak up, guys. Uh, this way, it is not going to work. At least you have to speak up. No one is looking to volunteer, I think.
Seems like everyone is a backbencher here.
Kochara college का same message.
Hey Pramod,
Hey Anubhav, man, what's up?
yeah, doing good.
Good to know.
Great.
Okay, great. Okay, so we have.
Let's wait for 3 more minutes and then we'll start. Yeah, Hemant, you can speak. You can unmute your mic. It's totally open platform.
Okay.
So
Hello, sir.
listen.
Hello.
Yeah.
So my name is Hemant Padesi. So I'm from Sierra College of Engineering, and I'm currently in third year. I'm doing engineering in IT engineering. So that's what I'm doing. And I want to explore new more technologies and things. That's it.
Okay, great. And you are from which city?
I'm from Pune.
Okay,
Great.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's start without wasting too much time and all. Someone more joined, Abhishek. Mm-hmm. I think we have intro of everyone. We missed Anubhav.
Right.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
so I'm a person who's surviving right now. I
Nice.
can speak, I can breathe, and I'm alive. That's what matters. Yeah. So fun apart, I'm a software engineer at Sonic. I've been working in this AI and Gen AI space since last 1.5, 2 years, and it's quite fun. On other part, I do have like a couple of tech products, microservice stuff going on around, and some open source things. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
That's great. So let's wait for 1 more minute. We'll start from 7:10 p.m. I guess. So let's wait for 1 minute. We'll wait for other participants to join. Till that time, if you have any like if you want to introduce yourself, you can feel free to introduce yourself. It's just like as an open platform. There is no such kind of foundation, which is not a class, or maybe company scrum call, or maybe company feedback call, or something.
Okay, we have Utkarsh and Vatsal.
Vatsal.
Yeah, Vatsal Jain. Yeah, both of you guys, please wake up.
Anyone, like it's totally up to you.
Yeah, hello. Hi, Raj Bhaiya.
Yeah.
And so I guess we are meeting after so long. So basically, I'm Vatsal. I'm from Pune only. I'm from MIT Academy of Engineering. So currently, I'm pursuing BTech in Information Technology and doing some internship. And yeah, I know Rishi here. I guess Rishi is making us fool. My mic is not working. Might be Rishi's mic, I guess, working. He doesn't want to speak.
No worries.
Okay, great. Anyone else? Last opportunity to introduce yourself. No one is ready to volunteer.
Okay, no worries. We'll start the sessions. This is not just a kind of sessions. It's just like it's open discussions. Like we can talk about anything. Like if you have any like thoughts or if you have any questions, feel free to like ping us. Like we'll definitely with you. And we're also creating a like Discord group for you where you can discuss maybe the problem statement, the problem you are facing in your day-to-day life in terms of technology. We can't help you in terms of your personal life. It's just like there are a lot of things, but yeah, we will be a great mentor for like for the technologies and for the career perspective. And yeah, so yeah, you can.
Okay, so uh, I hope you everyone in this call know about TechFerment. So basically, we started this community a few months back. Previously, we used to be the organizer for GDGs and other Google communities like developer student clubs and all. And then after we realized, okay, let's start something that should be totally independent and that can empower in the people in an independent way. So we come up with the idea of a community, although thanks to the experience in GDG and DSC and other communities, and we decided to, okay, let's build a community which will be a bit different. It we will not work like a typical community where we will just talk about how to pursue how to master DSA or how to crack a FANG company or something like that. So basically, me, Vrijraj, and Yash, we have basically worked a lot in industry and mostly with startups and all. So the agenda of today's this whole presentation is to, like, if you remember in college days or when we are childhood, right? Uh, what used to happen is we used to have lot of ideas even in college, like, okay, I will make this to solve this problem, I will make this to solve that problem. Okay, like, okay, we will make an application to share movies across hostels over college wi-fi and all. So this kind of ideas comes up in our mind, but somehow they never get executed. How many of you face this kind of issues? Like, okay, you have an idea but it never got executed.
Same, I can relate to it.
Yeah, college
Yeah,
में
it
बहुत
happens
सारे
all the time.
right.
Yes. So that's why we come up with this idea that, okay, let's start with the basics. Whatever we learned in the industry in last 5 years, would like to say it today. So, oh, okay. So this is all about what we are planning to do and why we started this community. So I hope every one of you knows that. So will not take too much time in this. So and we you can see the name of this event is DevCharcha. So basically it's about development, developer and charcha. So discussion of developers called DevCharcha. So I hope name is clear to everyone. So dev is English word, charcha is Hindi word. So okay, so next. So this is our website. Everyone I hope knows that. And to stay updated, please go up and become a member of techferment.com. So Vrijraj will explain you what DevCharcha is, because this whole concept is ideated by him only. So he is the better person to explain what DevCharcha is all about.
It's just like as a initiative we have started just because of like like there are multiple communities, multiple events going on in your need, like in your areas. So but there will be a concept like you will find the sessions, you will go to the session, you will find some swags, you will find some food. There are multiple things and there will be a sessions or maybe a workshop, but there is no such kind of gap in between, like the discussion point of view. So let's say there is a space where you can come and you can share your thoughts. If you are facing any challenges, you can share your challenges. Not let's say not like there are multiple folks who can be a great mentor, who can suggest you the best problem solutions like for that particular problem. So that's how we have started. The initiative name is DevCharcha, where you will get the fight like the best experience in terms of the decision making skills, or maybe you will get a lot of experience in terms of the practical point of view, the workshop. What are the best practices you can follow for making your applications in terms of developer point of view? It's just like as a developer charcha. It's just like we are sitting together virtually, we are connecting with the help of network, and we are sharing our thoughts. And it may be it's like end to end communications. Like there will be a end thoughts from my end, there will be a end thought from your end. You will share the feedback, we'll share the feedback. This is how we can grow and we can come and we can build the solutions for the life, right? And I guess like सबके पास कुछ ना कुछ ideas होते होंगे in your maybe day to day life, or maybe during the colleges you have multiple ideas, like मैं ये बना दूंगा तो maybe in a day I can create a Facebook alternative or maybe Meta alternative. So there are multiple things, and we have started this initiative, and this is all about the timeline. Like we are planning to host this Dev Charcha meetup on every week on every Saturday. The time will be same. It's around 7 p.m. And we will select any of one topic from the technologies. And if you are if you have a feedback, feel free to share the technologies or the topic when we will discuss that particular topic in our upcoming meetup. And this is just like as an open discussion kind of things. Like if you have any things, feel free to share. There is no such kind of boundaries. Like सिंपल वे में बोलूँ तो क्लास नहीं है और मे बी दिस इज नॉट अ कंपनी team call where we need to follow the professional kind of things.
Okay, great.
So यही चीज.
I hope everyone now understood that why I asked for your intro in the first itself. We want you to actually discuss, open up here about your thoughts, and don't feel like it should not be like a unidirectional communication, like we are only speaking and you are only listening. It should be two bi-directional. So coming up to this thing, enough of discussions. Now coming to the main agenda is an idea to code. So nice. So many of the folks accepted that they have multiple ideas in their brain, but they are never able to execute that. Right? I think Utkarsh was one of them. So
आप में से किसी के पास कोई आइडिया हो, मे बी इट्स नॉट अ काइंड ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंशियल थिंग्स, लाइक टोटली आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि लाइक अगर आप फ्यूचर में स्टार्टअप करना चाहते हो, यू कैन नॉट शेयर, बट इफ यू वांट, इफ यू कैन शेयर, लाइक मे बी द प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट यू आर चैलेंजिंग, और मे बी यू वांट टू स्टार्ट, और मे बी कॉलेज के टाइम में आपने किसी पर्टिकुलर आइडिया पे वर्क करा था और वो एग्जीक्यूशन नहीं हो पाया. एनीवन? या, गो ऑन.
My college is actually I had my one project that titled as CV analysis. Sorry, personality development. A kind of project that I was having key. You'll have some detection project through CV analysis that how person is able for the jobs. We are looking for like recruitments or something else. So companies can use that application to detect the personality of a person through his CV.
Right.
Yeah, so we didn't have much execution, but yes, like kind of 50 to 60% we had executions, but still we are working on that project still.
Yeah.
So I'm just having that idea to get update and update. Just I was getting to know more knowledge about it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if I ask you, what are the bottlenecks next you actually faced here? Like, what are the hurdles or what are the blockers you faced in during this whole project, whatever you have made till now?
Okay, I was facing loopings kind of. How can I program it? If I have to show it in a application, like specific application, so how can I make an presentation of it? So I just have to make my knowledge as updated and kind of key like getting proper info, and then we have proper presentation.
Right.
Yes, we were not complete with that info, so that's why we are getting some kind of short loops.
But one of the best thing about you, at least you have started and you are working on it and you are facing challenges, still you are trying and you are figuring out how we can solve the problem.
Yeah.
So this is the best thing about you. Yeah, that's great. Anyone else, like if you want to share or anything, like any problem statement or the challenging task, or maybe company ka bhi share kar sakte if you want. It's no such kind of confidential things. But yeah, ऐसा भी नहीं कि like इतना भी
But
company का
make
भी.
sure that you should not share super confidential things if you are working in a company and all.
Right.
It may create trouble for you.
Right.
So I think
Yeah, go on, Anubhav.
I just wanted to, like, I don't want to get fired, but you can kind of use some stuff around GPT and stuff like, to the CV analyze. So once you upload the CV to the server, for example, you chunk it down, pass it into OpenAI prompts, just to read about the way OpenAI works and stuff, right? And then you can take out, say, relevant options or relevant suggestions to implement it, to improve the thing. Or there could be a thing like you upload a job description and the CV, take out relevant points from the job description, like requirements and stuff, and take out the skills of a person from the CV, and do a comparison using OpenAI or any large language model. That will kind of build a something around it to grade it.
Yeah, there are also free, like it's predefined the algorithm that you can use for the matching. The I guess there is an algorithm named by trait. I guess there's an algorithm name where you can create a matching possibilities. Yeah. So
Okay.
anyone else, like if you want to share anything, it's maybe related to the ideas. Okay, no worries. So like
Okay. So Utkarsh was saying that okay, many ideas comes into his mind, but it never got executed. So Utkarsh, can you please put some light on that? That what problems you face?
One of the idea. So I got an idea when I was on a trip with my friends that I was lost and I was not able to find the friends and I didn't. I only have my mobile and I was not able to contact the friends. So I
Mhm.
have an idea that I should make a application that should track my friends, only my friends that I have contacted in that circle. And I never got to work on that idea.
No worries. We'll figure out how we can work on
Okay,
it.
someone is raising hand. Thanks, Utkarsh.
Yeah. Yeah, what's up, go on.
Yeah, so actually, I had this idea like when I was visiting one office in Viman Nagar. So I have parked my bike in parking, but I forgot like where I have parked.
Yeah, this
So
is the
like,
most challenging task for us. Like when we park our four wheelers inside the ground or underground in like in the mall, so we just forget the pillar number and then
yeah, yes,
Okay, so you plan to develop something around that?
no, no, I just figure out the problem.
okay,
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 no,
okay. So great.
it's a common problem.
Okay, so till now we are on a same platform that okay, we face this issue, like we are not able to figure out how the whole implementation cycle will go up, although we have super uh, more ideas than Elon Musk, then that's okay. But one more thing, like okay, so these are the steps that we figured out on a typical level that can be other in some cases some more steps can come in, but in a generic way these are the steps that can be possible.
Because it's totally depend on the problem statement. Like it's varying, but this is a general step that you need to follow for whenever you have an idea and you want to make the solution.
Yeah, and I am assuming one thing like uh, I am scoping it to a software product only. I am not putting like okay, you have to make a JCB kind of machine or something like that. I am scoping it to a software product or a digital product, you can say.
Yeah.
So okay, so first of all, the first things comes up is idea. So today, what we will do, instead of take, we will take a small idea, like what problem we are facing. Like for me, it is really difficult to remember the birthday of every person. Even sometime I miss the birthday of my mom and my dad, and mom dad are like, okay, ये लड़का हाथ से निकल गया है. So to tackle this problem, we are coming with a very simple problem that how we can approach to solve this problem.
राइट इन योर डे टू डे लाइफ ऐसा आपने फेस करा होगा कि लाइक आपके फ्रेंड्स है उनके बर्थडे होते हैं मे बी आपके कोई रिलेटिव है या मे बी इट्स पर्सनल रिलेटिव मे बी गर्लफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड maybe so you forget the dates right about the birthday so there is a like we have a scope like we can create a it's a like we can create a solutions for the date reminders like where we can get the date like the notifications like हाँ कल आपके फ्रेंड का बर्थडे है जनरली बिफोर कैसा होता था कि लाइक फेसबुक और या फिर आपका गूगल कैलेंडर में सिंक होता था तो यू विल गेट द नोटिफिकेशंस कि या टुडे वी हैव अ बर्थडे द पर्सन नेम इज एंड यू कैन विश द बर्थडे विशेस राइट कुछ ऐसा प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट किसी ने फेस करा इन टर्म्स ऑफ बर्थडे रिमाइंडर और समथिंग
But what I feel आजकल तो like इंस्टा पे स्टोरी देख के पता ही चल जाता है कि ये दोस्त का आज बर्थडे है.
That
That's
is the
great.
main source. उसी से पता चलता है.
Yeah, but
Wait,
like,
wait.
but yeah,
This only happens in case of friends. This doesn't happen in when you miss the birthday of some relative or someone else who is not on Instagram, Facebook, or somewhere else. Right?
फेसबुक पे मेरे फ्रेंड्स क्या करते हैं कि वो डेट ही हटा देते हैं जिस टाइम पे उनका बर्थडे होता है ताकि पार्टी ना ले सके. So generic things, I guess.
I think birthdays are less important than results days. I remember people calling me for result instead of birthdays.
Uh,
Yeah,
okay. So, okay, it's a hypothetical
scenario.
idea that we have taken a small set of idea that comes up in our mind. So, what I want that okay, although this all that infra we have available till now, like they just remind us that okay, that person has a birthday today, but then I have to manually type a message like okay, happy birthday, or some, if she is that person is much more special, then we have to write a big message. Okay, so in that case what we come up with, like okay, so everyone got the idea that what problem we are going to solve.
Yep, we've got the idea.
Okay, so अभी क्या है, like अपने पास एक idea problem statement identify हुई कि like we need to create a solutions for the birthday reminders so that we can make our life easy. Simple way में एक application ऐसी हो कि you will get the birthday notifications. The application will send the custom mail के hey, let's say hey Anubhav, it's a nice day, happy birthday, and we can send some custom messages, custom gift file, we can send some custom multiple things we can add inside that email, we can send notifications, we can share, it's an automated message we can transfer to him. So now the next phase is about like we need to find the USP. Yeah, the USP in terms of like how this product will help you. Let's say अगर ये applications अपन build कर लेते हैं, so what are the possibilities? The main problem statement we are figuring out, like why user will use these applications. So is there any like any things like that we can add in that particular applications? क्यों, how, वाला factor,
Like, why will it help us?
right?
Like, it will help us maintain our relationships with other people because लोग सोचेंगे कि चलो इनको मेरे बारे याद तो था.
Yes. Yes. That's actually a very strong point here. Like,
किसी के ब्रेकअप हो जाते हैं सिंपल है.
अरे पता चला हमने cron जो एक scheduler बना दिया and breakup हो गया, उसके बाद भी मैसेज जा रहा है happy birthday.
Even like so Anubhav is working on Right Sonic and there is a AI integration, so we can add some emotional messages as well as with the help of AI ChatGPT.
Okay. So not moving into too much advanced things. Let take up is as a base unit. Like okay, we want to solve this problem.
Right.
So this is the way it is going to help us. Like okay, we don't have to manually type the message and all. That message will go every year on that day once we set that up.
So is this like as a cron job or is this like as an application that will share automated mail to that particular person? We can send emotions like जो चैट जीपीटी और ये सब कर सकते हैं, so वो सारा भी पार्ट कर सकते हैं. तो like अपन ने वही कि like application बना रहे हैं, but ये कि we need to find the use cases, like why application will be consumed by the users. So what are the unique points?
Okay, so okay, not talking about too much advanced features and all. Let's just scope it to one thing. Like okay, it our solution in the first release it can only send a text message, as simple as this. So basically, why we never able to execute an idea in whenever it comes to our mind is this problem only. We think too much. Like okay, I will do this, I will make this feature, I will make this automation, I will do this, I will do this. So is the problem here is with the scoping, that okay, I have idea in the first version, I will scope it to this much features only. I will not think about what's come up or what advanced feature I can put in. So yes, so as of now for this solution we are scoping it to a text message, as simple as this.
Right. So I just want to know about your thoughts. Like, what are the possibilities we can do in terms of birthday notifications or maybe the reminder part? So it's totally up to you. Is this is not a confidential things. We are not creating this particular solution. It's already created. So ऐसा मैं सोचता कि like yeah we can create a startup as well as. But yeah, it's totally up to you. Like whatever like क्या कुछ add कर सकते हैं या maybe what type of things we can do.
Okay, so one thing, like everyone understood the problem statement and how it is going to impact us. Now, you have to solve this problem. What solution can you come up with? That's the main point for
Right.
this.
So I can think of a few solutions, which is, for example, if we maintain a database where we have the data and the email ID and phone number and the name of that person, and we have a scheduler in place, which like a cron job, which will trigger at a particular time, for example 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. in the morning every day to check कि database में आज किसी का birthday है या नहीं. If किसी का है, so if we have that email ID in the database, we'll trigger a email for them, or we can integrate it with Twilio or something to send a text SMS to matlab, anything. Matlab. So it's just a general idea. Like, this is how we can trigger email or convey a text, deliver a text to them, and maintain a list of dates and emails as well.
Right.
Okay, nice, 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 Pramod.
Maybe एक अलग से हटके आइडिया कि like I can create a robot. वो मेरा काम कर ले पूरा
चैट
reminder.
जीपीटी या फिर चैट जीपीटी बोलेंगे भाई बढ़िया सा मैसेज फ्रेम कर दे एकदम
No,
प्यारा सा.
ChatGPT is a different thing. The robot is different thing. It's a physical assets. Like वो
हाँ.
मेरा काम कर ले. वो personally जाके लोगों को wish
रोबोट
कर
जाके विश करेगा.
right. वो जैसे Amazon recently करने वाली है कि like robot के through delivery drones के through.
Okay, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Not go into too much.
Yeah.
Anyone else has any other idea apart from this? What Pramod said? Bolo, bhai, bolo.
Yeah, so we have added few points like from our side, like क्या अपन कर सकते हैं. तो like there are multiple possibilities, like as a like Pramod have shared a lot of points in terms of the possibilities, what type of things we can implement. So once we have finalized the like the solutions, like let's say we need to create applications or the solutions, or it may be the software, or maybe it may be around the tools, it may be around a script file, the cron jobs. Then we need to figure out the features, like what type of features do we need to add in that particular uh, the applications or the solutions. It may be around the functionality. So like this is another phase, like we need to figure out the features.
Yes, but make sure before building any feature or functionality, you should scope.
Yeah.
Scope is very important. It should not be open ended. Like, okay, whenever something comes in my idea, I will put it into that version only. Scope it, lock the scope. Like, okay, in V1, this features will go only. We want these things to be done with this app. Then go for this feature and functionality thing to decide that, okay, what you have to build, how it should look like.
Right. So कुछ ऐसे आपके साइड से additional points के like what we can add in that particular reminder notifications kind of applications or the solutions. कि एक जैसे मैंने बोल दिया कि automatically mail चला जाए, एक मेरी तरफ से आ गया कि like it automatically WhatsApp message भी चला जाए, hey it's your birthday, and we can send the gift file. So anything if you want to add anything. It's all about the features and the functionality part.
I think no one is ready to speak. Go ahead.
So like जैसा कि like there are multiple things like we need to use the database. So database में अपन पूरा well organized information रख सकते हैं. This can be a future because चीजें comparison हो, at the end we can get the stats like how many birthdays in a year or a month, we can get the information, these kind of things. The automated reminders, the customizable message, like जैसे person के identity पे depend करेगा कि let's say that is a friend and that is a close friend. So what kind of informations we need to share? So it's all about the customizations. It's all about like hustle-free setup. Like if customer is using our solution, so we need to create the solution in a very easy way. so that they can easily set up, means they can easily install, and then can easily access that particular applications or the solutions. Because we need to focus on the layman person point of view as well. As I guess we can send email to birthday offer available. Oh, that's nice. It's all about grab scrapping. Yeah.
No, there was some interesting message. It contains Starbucks and okay. I guess we can mail the birthday offer available for that, like Starbucks or any shopping brand. Okay, it is one more feature.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So till now, everyone is understanding that how we are coming up with the ideas and how we are enhancing on that. Like now I can see you guys are coming up with much more granular ideas instead of saying the same thing that we are saying. So till now we have discussed this thing. As per Pramod's answer, we will have a database,
Right.
right? So till now I have not selected a technology how it is going to get implemented. I have just defined the scope, and now I am defining what features I want. So okay, so can you go back once? Yeah. So these are the things that we have finalized. That okay, as of now, just it can do just three things. Apart from this, we don't want to add as any other thing. Okay, so functionality wise, what it will do is like okay. So this features functionality we want. Like feature is a complete feature. You can say like a group of functionality is called feature. Understand like that as of now. I may be wrong a bit, but as of now, understand like this. So these are the functionalities that we have that we are going to craft. So, next. It is okay. Now comes the technology selection and design. So till now, what steps we have covered? Anyone can reiterate those? Bolo bhai, bolo.
Yep, we have
It's about the design
thought
thinking,
about
like
the idea, and we have thought about what should be the functionalities and features.
right.
Right.
Now we'll be looking what technologies to pick to implement those particular features and functionalities.
Right. So this is a most important part for the technology selections when we consider as an engineer or the problem solver. So ऐसे technology select नहीं कर सकते कि like चलो ये ले लेते हैं, ये popular चल रही है अभी market में. So if you selected these technologies, you will face a lot of challenges because we need to think a lot in terms of technology selection point of view, in terms of the community support, in terms of stability of that particular technology. Or it may be around the developer support, the documentations, the community support. Like let's say if you are using XYZ technologies, and if you face any challenges and you find any no like very less resources over the network, over the Google or maybe the Stack Overflow, then you will be stuck. So again, this is the toughest task for us, as well as like for then we need to do a lot of uh, POCs in terms of like, is it good for right now, or is it worth it for, let's say, next 5 years, or is it good for next 10 years? So this is the most important part for every developers or every problem solver, that we need to select the technologies. So talking about the technology specific,
Yeah. So adding to Vridha's point, few more things about technology selection. So apart from all the things Brijraj said, few more things that we need to consider. That are, suppose you are choosing a technology, it comes with a cost. Like you are running a Postgres database on GCP, it has a cost, right? You need a person who knows to manage that database. Again, it's again a cost. So somehow we have to make our selection in such a way that for the first version, we don't know till now that whether user will what how market will react to this solution, right? So in this step, in the first iteration, while technology selection, make sure to consider this effort, cost, and maintenance kind of stuff that Brijraj pointed about, like maintainability and support of that technology. Yeah.
talking about the scope of the software development, सिंपल वे में बात करूँ कि अपन कोई भी सॉफ्टवेयर बनाते हैं ना, डेवलपर, वी एज अ डेवलपर, तो जनरली सॉफ्टवेयर डिजाइन करा जाता है फॉर अ ईयर. देयर इज अ लाइफ साइकिल ऑफ द सॉफ्टवेयर कि लाइक जैसा कि वी एज अ ह्यूमन वी हैज अ एज. तो जनरली अपनी ह्यूमन की एज मानी गई है 70 years, कि ऑन एन एवरेज 70 year के बाद इंसान ऊपर चला जाएगा. इट्स अ रियलिटी, इट्स एवरेज एज. तो सिमिलरली हर एक एप्लीकेशन, अगर जैसे सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट भी कर रहे हैं, तो जब भी अपन डेवलपमेंट करते हैं तो वी नीड टू डिफाइन द एज कि हाँ, ये सॉफ्टवेयर 2 साल तक तो एकदम कॉम्पेक्टेबल होगा. देन वी नीड टू री आर्किटेक्ट, रीडिजाइन, रीइमेजिन, देयर आर मल्टीपल थिंग्स. सो वो अपन को करना पड़ेगा. सो इफ आई गिव यू द सिंपल एग्जांपल, देयर इज अ एग्जांपल नेम इज एंड्रॉइड, राइट? सो एंड्रॉइड की एक लाइफ साइकिल एज है, इट्स अराउंड 1 year, राइट? सो हर एक 1 year के बाद वो एंड्रॉइड के नए अपडेट निकाल रहे हैं. एग्री? किसी ने, ऐसा तो नहीं है कि लाइक 2 साल के बाद किसी को एंड्रॉइड का अपडेट आ रहा है. Or maybe the iOS, or like talking about the Windows operating system, they have defined the age कि हाँ, Windows का ये OS release करा, उसके बाद after maybe 10 years they have released another operating system.
So basically, the thing is that in software, iteration is normal. So don't try to implement every feature in one go.
Right. So talking about the specifically about the technology, yeah. So technology selections and the design part, like there are multiple things. Like first we need to understand the platform, like what platform we are targeting. So let's say मेरे को बनाना है body reminder application. So there are multiple platforms. Like either we can go with the mobile platform, or we can go with the web platform. Like we can create a website, web applications, maybe web-based tools, or maybe we can create a simple applications where user can open the applications in your mobile devices and they can access. And then like once we have finalized the platform, then we need to finalize the technology platform wise. Like whenever we are using the web platform, there are multiple technologies in terms of front end developer point of view, or the backend developer point of view. We need to select these technologies. Like for the front end, you can use JavaScript, HTML, CSS, or the framework you are using, you can use Angular, Vue, and React. So similarly, if you are working on mobile platform, like you can use Android or Flutter. And again, database selection is one of the toughest like challenging for us, because we need to understand the problem statement and the solutions we are building, and what type of data we have, and what type of informations we are storing in terms of structure point of view. This is the most challenging task for us, as well as for the database selections. And then for like designing this entire and UX, then you can use design tools.
Yes. So this is about the fancy technology terms that we have available till now. But in the first iteration, generally we start with a MVP, minimum viable product.
Yeah.
In which we don't care about the quality of the things we are doing, best practices we are following or not. We just want that, okay, we should have a minimum viable product that can be used. As
Right.
simple as this, as simple as that, to just validate our idea.
Yeah.
So for this particular problem that we have taken up,
and we introduce solutions for the web platform, where we are using Google Sheet as a database, and we will use Google Apps Script for sending the script, the cron jobs kind of things.
okay, so from here, I would like to invite Yash to take over here. Like Yash will actually implement this solution in front of you, like how you can, instead of using that fancy database, you can directly use a Google Sheet to do that as of now for MVP. So these decisions are actually the clever decision that we have to make up to prevent our pocket from actually burning too much money.
Right.
So Yash, it's all on you.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Good evening. Thanks a lot for the great tour Rich Raj and Suraj you have given. So we'll basically be implementing a utility tool for us, which will help us to write the name of our friends and their DOBs, and based on that, we can send them messages. So this particular utility tool is somehow an MVP. So we basically believe in keeping the software development cycle agile, which means we'll be having constant improvements and constant additions to it. So before we actually jump into the tool, let me just take you like for 120 seconds away on agile methodology, how it works.
Your screen is visible. Yeah. Cool.
Thank you. Thanks for the inconvenience. So basically, agile development is a combination of these four words. That's all we need to remember. So the entire manifesto lies in this line. That is, while there is value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. So in these four statements, there are items divided by two parts. First is item number one on the left, then item number second on the right. Left and right, left and right. So what Agile Manifesto basically talks about is we understand that there is value on the items which are on the right, but we always value which are on the left. That's what Agile methodology is. So my way of understanding it is this: I basically believe you just need to add one indicator everywhere. That is to always have. Right? Let me hold this up. So when you're reading this statement, just remember to always have individuals and interactions more important over processes and tools. Second point, always have a working software possible other than making it a comprehensive documentation. Always have customer collaboration over contract negotiation. That is very important. And then the last thing is always respond to changes over following a plan. So this entire thing has to always consistently go in a loop. And this is basically what agile methodology means. That we always value the individuals and interaction which we have with the team developers and all the client side requirements. Second point is to always have a working software rather than converting into a documentation and spending time on that. And third point is customer collaboration. We regularly take feedback from customers, like what exactly is required in our software to update right now. And that's why always have customer collaboration more important. Then you have to be like a fox. If you are working in an agile environment, you have to always respond to changes, like never stop being consistent with the existing flow. You have to constantly improve yourself. So this is what basically agile means. Now, this is the very famous website, Agile Manifesto. It was created like in 2001, 22 years, 23 years back. Few developers, group of developers met in Denver, someplace, and they decided these. So with that, we'll proceed with our implementation now. I hope Agile was clear.
Yep, it is, Yash.
Yeah. All right. So we basically need to go to, like, I have a Google Sheet here, right? So in this Google Sheet, I have added all the names and their DOBs and their emails and phone numbers. This is a very basic example. Anyone can create it, right? Now, what is open in front of us, it's called a spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet contains sheets inside it. Like, for example, this is my spreadsheet, and inside this, there is a sheet with the name called names. If I want to create another one, you can see there is sheet 2 available. So this is the only basic understanding we need to have to make our code work. So Google Sheet has an integration of an extension for AppScript. AppScript is basically Google's own tool, which Google uses to connect multiple services using multiple AIs exposed to them. So here you can write a basic function.
Can you zoom it? Actually, the font size is, yeah. Thank you.
So basically, if I want to okay. So we can run this function, and this function will get executed in this virtual environment created by just a minute. So here you can see we have names, we have DOB, and we have emails. So we open the app script corresponding to it from here. And you guys can access this gist here, which is basically the code we are writing. So we have sent birthday emails. So we'll go into code real slowly. So yeah, so we have this function. I hope you guys are aware with any kind of programming language as of now, right?
Yes, Yash.
Am I going too fast?
No, that's perfectly okay.
Okay. Thanks for that.
What
So
about others?
others are doing well.
You anyone can you can use emojis, like there is emoji name is thumb, right? This one.
Feel free to give your reactions if you are not willing to
that's
speak.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. Okay, so we need a spreadsheet to be opened first. So we need the sheet ID here, and we also need a sheet name. So here we're calling it sheet ID. So we have to go to our Google Sheets file, and this is the file's name. So to get the ID, you have to just copy the URL between these two slash, between D and edit. This is our sheet ID. So we copy this, we come in here, we paste. So we got the sheet ID. Now we have to get the name of the sheet. So name of the sheet in our case is names right here. So we name it names. Okay. And we have added a check that if this particular sheet is not found, then we just log that error. And then we find the data range because this sheet is very big. You can see there are infinite number of cells on the right, on the left. So AppScript method exposes us with a method so that we can find what is the exact data range where exact data lies, which will be this one. So once we get the data range, we get all the values, and we then create a new variable which gives us today's date, like what is today's date for us. Since we only want the messages to be sent, only want the emails to be sent when there is birthday of a specific person, right? So we need to take their DOB, and then we have to compare both of them, like their date of birth, month and day is equal to today's day and month or not. So this is the basic comparison we are doing. If you can see here, we are checking for DOB today and DOB today. We are checking if today's date equals to the date of, like for example, 31 is equal to 31 and June equals to June. That's what we are comparing. And if this is correct for us, we are creating a new email and we are sending it. Okay. So for mail app is a class. So Google Apps Script has its own libraries and services attached to it. If you search for mail app class in Google Apps Script, this is the class. And using this, you can actually send a lot of things, not just text messages. You can send emails which have images, interactive tools, interactive web components or HTML. You can send all of that. Like for example, in this particular case, we are sending an HTML document entirely. We are saving the HTML document in our Google Drive, and we are getting the ID of the file, and then we are sending this HTML content into our email. So you can check this
Wow.
and add no.
That means we can also send like promotional company mails from Google Sheets itself.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Google.
This is how like companies are using for internal communications for them, automation. Kind of.
Yeah. So like this is a very good tool. Like it helps us to connect with cross services, and it's pretty helpful. So here we have added the date of birth, and here is the associated app script for us, which is running a specific function which has a sheet ID and names. Okay. So we directly go here. Let's name it. We run this. Now it is asking me for access because now what is happening, I'm using my personal email account and I want that email account to be connected to this app script. So that's why my mail security process is asking me to review the permissions. So I'll select my email and it will tell me that you are moving out of safety because sending mail is a very personal thing until you have an account which is not that important. So it's asking me that this particular app will be able to send mails and create edit sheets. So I'll just allow because I'm pretty sure that I'm doing it. So now authentication got successful and I got the email. So it worked. and I think Rich also got, right? Hello.
I guess you need to execute the script once again, like this, the earlier word for the authentication.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the run. Yeah, and I guess like there is a if section. I haven't.
Oh, yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah. So
mentioned the date.
this particular code actually worked. Like there are two scripts here. So this will check for day. So currently, if you notice in the sheet, we have no dates aligning for today's birthday. Like today is 29th of July. So we have no date or day available for that. So for now, we can remove this condition. And let's say I want just an email to be received. So I'm just adding a condition which is universally true, and then I'm running it again. Yeah,
Yeah, and now I got the message.
got the mail, right?
Yeah, I can
So
share a screenshot it in the WhatsApp group,
yeah, you can screenshot or
in the
share.
WhatsApp community, I guess. Yeah.
So email was sent, but how can I exactly come to know, right? So I can simply open the sent mail section of my email, and although I did not send them, but still the log of sent mails should stay in my sent mail. So you can see I sent one email just 7:59 p.m. and currently it's 7:59 to Rishraj. And that's how the message goes. Dear Rishraj, wishing you a wonderful happy birthday. This is the latest one. So which means I can add emails inside in here and I can send them based on the condition. So how actually is it happening? We are checking emails from row number 2. So this is row 0, this is row 1, this is row 2. And we are getting email of Rishraj from row 2. All right. And after that, we are adding a subject and we are getting the name of the person from row number 0, because row number 0 actually contains the names. And then we are getting the name and we are generating a message, and then we are simply shooting the mails. So this is a very basic code where we are connecting two different services to get our job done. So app script allowed us to connect our email service with our Google Sheets service. So that's a pretty good tool. And you can connect many kinds of services and libraries with this. In the starting of the days when AppScript came out, marketing campaigns were not that mainstream. There were too less of companies. So people used to hire AppScript developers from abroad to get the marketing thing running. So this is like it came out in 2013, I guess.
And yes, one more thing, like I think we missed like how this script will run every day at a specific time.
Yes, yes. Yes. So we want this script to run every day. So in AppScript, there is a feature called triggers. If you go inside triggers, you can create your own, and a trigger can be any condition. So this is the name of my function which we just created. And head means development stage. Like in GitHub, if you create a branch or something, there is a default name given to it. That's main or master. Similarly, for development purposes, when you are developing multiple stage applications, so you can change the deployments here. Then currently the source of our event is spreadsheet, but we want it to happen every day. So we want this to be time driven. So we select time driven, and then we want this to happen every day because the check has to happen 365 times. So we select the day timer, and I want this to happen during the night between 12 a.m. and 1 a.m. so that I can wish them whenever that happens. You can choose to be one day before, which means it will be 11 p.m. to midnight. So that will give you the heads up before 1 hour. So I'll just go with midnight 1 a.m. and save it. Now this thing will run every day without fail. and yeah, and like sending emails. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, no, go continue. I thought someone is asking some question in between.
Oh yeah, please keep the questions coming.
Yes, what's the limit to it?
Yeah, so for sending limits, Gmail, I did not check actually, but it's not
You can send 100 emails to different
email, right?
in a day.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I think
Generally, it's around 250, but yeah, the 100 in a BCC.
Oh, all right.
yeah, it's like good for doing personal stuff.
Yeah, good for doing
Yeah,
personal, enough for doing personal stuff.
right.
Yeah,
100 से ज़्यादा friends होना फिर celebrity हो गया.
self-
So, फिर तो celebrity का आपको mail करने पड़ेंगे सबको. Honestly.
If you are more than 100 birthdays in a day, then the thing is like, okay, now you can afford a database and a good cron scheduler.
Definitely.
Is
Or
the
but
limit.
sorry.
But what about if you want to increase the limit of emails that you're sending?
Like there is a limit of 100 senders. Like you can send 100 emails via Google Apps Script in a day.
Yeah.
And if you want to increase this limit, you need to opt with Google Workspace account.
Then I have to go with more info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
बट जनरली एक दिन में आपके फ्रेंड 100 लोग एक ही महीने में नहीं होंगे.
एक
इट्स
दिन में
जनरली एक दिन के अंदर.
This is for this particular use case.
इट्स अ
Yeah.
रेयर सिनेरियो कि लाइक मेरे सारे फ्रेंड का बर्थडे आज ही हो, तो फिर मेरे को बर्थडे की पार्टी लेने के लिए मेरे को डिफरेंट प्लेस पे जाना पड़ेगा ऑनेस्टली.
और ये इसमें आप और लाइब्रेरीज भी अटैच कर सकते हो, लाइक मतलब अगर फॉर एग्जांपल ओपन एआई का मैं कोई एपीआई कॉल कर सकता हूँ यहाँ पे कंप्लीशन से एपीआई कॉल करके, सो आई कैन जनरेट द कस्टमाइज्ड मैसेजेस एज वेल.
इवन
अच्छा,
यू कैन
we can
डिफाइन.
integrate third party APIs as well.
हाँ, इसमें एडिशन होता है, लाइब्रेरीज जैसे स्क्रिप्ट आईडी है.
अच्छा.
Even you can connect these information with the Google Cloud like Firebase का data होता है वो सारा आप यूज ले सकते हो. APIs YouTube पे आपने वीडियो डाल दी और ये सब.
ये सारे एपीआई कैन बी एक्सेस फ्रॉम हियर इटसेल्फ. मतलब
तो
ऐड
ये गूगल के APIs ही यूज कर सकते हैं या फिर थर्ड पार्टी अलग भी यूज कर सकते हैं?
थर्ड पार्टी.
ये
Okay.
गूगल के भी ऑटो है.
Yeah, there is a function name is fetch, so you can call the fetch APIs.
तो बड़ा ही पावरफुल टूल है ये तो.
Yeah.
very powerful.
There will be other sessions for the Google app script. Like definitely होगा कि like app script को कैसे utilize कर सकते हैं in terms of automation point of view.
So these day traders, they use AppScript a lot for their trading purposes.
Okay, so till now our main agenda was to build a MVP out of it, right? And we have a MVP that works, right?
Yes.
Without investing any single amount, we have our MVP in place. So this is a important part.
Yeah, and also about the time within such a short frame.
Right.
Okay, for that you are going to sponsor us a party.
I'm sending you a GPay link, but उसमें वो request वाला pay now का option आएगा उसमें.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
So this is just like as a ideas like how we have started working on that particular idea, and then we figure out the features, then we have finalized the technologies, like what type of data source in terms of database we are using. Here we are using Google Sheets and we are using Google Apps Script as a language for the scripting. So this is just as a MVP, and you can work on it like based on the problem statement you are solving. And once you have built the applications, and then we need to test. So this is another phase, like how we need to work on the testing part of our applications.
Yes. So before moving to this part, coming back to the last part, the technology selection thing that we did. So whenever you plan for any idea or MVP that you are planning to build, there are few things that you can do. Search for open source project that are available like that can do that things without too much pain. look for any managed service. In our case, it was Google Sheet and Google App Script, which is not managed by us, but it can do the things for us. So these are few of the tips that you can actually do before spending money on technology side. So moving ahead with the project testing and feedback, Vijay, please go ahead.
Sure. And there is one more thing. Like आपने ये event में register करा होगा, तो you will get the confirmation mail. वो पूरा automated था. I have created this entire ecosystem with the help of Google Apps Script. So even मेरी तरफ से कोई भी manual mail नहीं जाता है. It's all about the automated mail system. Even for the feedback, even for the multiple things. It's just like pura entire automations.
We will be doing a complete session of 2-3 hours on App Script someday.
Yeah.
But to scoping it to that today's topic, it was just a MVP kind of things that we did with App Script.
Right.
So if you want that, okay, we should do a complete full-fledged workshop on that. Feel free to put it in WhatsApp channel.
In the feedback form as well
As wherever you want to put, just put it.
right.
Uh,
So yeah.
And if you are not finding any form, just put that on Twitter, in LinkedIn, that @TechFerment. Can you please have a session on that or this, whatever you want, what technology you want, and we can incorporate that. So moving ahead with that, go ahead.
Right. So once you have created your applications, तो फिर next part आता है कि like उसको testing करना कि like whether we have achieved the features or not in terms of the functionality point of view. Because initially we have defined the features and the functionality, so we have coded as well as like हमने features को code करा, functionality अपन ने achieve करी. Now we need to validate the functionality and the features in terms of testing point of view. So there are multiple phases of the testing. Like either अगर आप टेक्निकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जाओगे तो देर आर मल्टीपल फेजेस इन टर्म्स ऑफ डेवलपर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू फॉर द टेस्टिंग. लाइक बहुत सारे कोड्स होते हैं, लाइब्रेरीज होती है. बट talking about the generic point of view, like before going to the market, like let's say I have created a solutions, let's say I have created a mobile applications, मैंने create कर दिया, मैं सीधा market में चला गया and suddenly bugs आ गए, then second time कोई भी customer वो application को access नहीं करेगा, because we need to test a lot before like publishing to the market or pushing to the market, right? So if I talk about in general terms in point of view, like first we need to test these entire applications for the internal teams. Like let's say we all are the developer working with the same organizations and we have created these solutions for the birthday reminder. So we all are the developers, so we need to test these applications for in our set of groups, and which is called as dog coding. Like basically we need to test these applications and we collect the feedback from our team, like हाँ इसमें ये features add कर सकते हैं, there this kind of things is missing, wow factor is missing, or maybe the UI point of view, the best user experience and all. Then once we have like testing this we have completed this phase in terms of internal testing point of view, then we can create some set of closed network group where we can share these applications with our closed network group, which is called as beta or alpha testing, where we get the feedback from the outside the network, like उनको कैसा लगा experience के application को use करके, उनकी तरफ से क्या factor आ रहे हैं, maybe the feedback in terms of feature requests, in terms of the functionality point of view से कि like हाँ इसमें ये चीज करनी चाहिए or something. So this is how like you can work on it, and then you can collect the feedback and then you can work on it and you can implement. And this is the journey is going on in terms of developer point of view. Like we collect the feedback, we select the feedback, like कौन से features की priority क्या आप decide कर सकते हैं, then you can work on it. And talking about the project deployment, like as of now, like we are not using any like managed like अभी अपन ने कोई application को deploy नहीं करा है, because we are using managed services. Like Google Sheet is self managed by the Google itself. Similarly, AppScript is already managed by the Google itself. But if we are creating our custom applications, let's say web applications, or maybe the Android applications we have developed, then we need to deploy the applications. So again, deployment is based on the platform point of view. Like the web platform, there are multiple services like hosting platform, cloud services. For the mobile, there are tools like Cloud Magic. You can use, there are multiple tools. Like there are not only these tools, like you can search over the Google, you find n number of tools for the deployment, and you can deploy your solutions.
So you have taken, okay, so you built the first version, or you can say MVP, You ask few folks to, okay, let's try it. You gather the feedback, like, okay, I am liking this, I am not liking this, it was difficult to find this feature, it was difficult to do that, xyz kind of things comes in. So now comes the iteration part, like, okay, based on those feedback, now I will change the scope of the second iteration that we are doing, or subsequent iteration whatever we are doing, and then we plan to incorporate that features in this iteration. So the main thing is that we have to scope the things version by version instead of doing everything at once. So this is why I am pointing on this point so much, is like, okay, this is the only thing that prevent us from actually executing the things. We think too broad, our scope is too high, that we start think like, okay, it is not possible to implement from with a single developer or by me. So let's suppose we take the example of our current application what we implemented. So we come up with two sample examples.
Or maybe there is another idea for Hemant, right? कि Amazon के voucher or maybe Starbucks के coupon share करना.
So that we can also do. So that's an additional part. Okay, we will not do too much things on that. So coming to now, you are a single developer. You made the MVP, or it's successful. Now you want that, okay, you want to bring more developers out here. So now you have to go with some version control system. And of course, when more than one person is working on a project, it is difficult for another person to understand. So now documentation comes into picture. If you remember, Yash showed us during Agile Manifesto, like, first make it, then document it, something like that. So it comes under that category only. So whenever you have to do the project collaboration, go with the tools like GitHub or GitLab kind of thing to collaborate with people, and make sure to have a documentation now, like API documentation or product documentation, feature documentation, so that in future when someone comes up or comes joins your team, he or she has a basic idea that, okay, how the things has been gone till now, and she or he can actually map to that. So that's why it is important to have documentation of all the stuff.
Yeah, so that's it. Like this is the things like we need to work on whenever we have an idea about anything, like, and we want to make the solutions. It's not about like you can build this complete solutions in a one go. So you can create an MVP, you can create a simple prototype. Like this is how, like, simply in this particular sessions we have created a prototype. मैंने applications हमने complete नहीं बनाई. It's just like हाँ हमने execution कर दिया, इसको use भी कर लिया. So similarly, if you have an idea, you can start working on it, and there is no such kind of resources you can like uh, like needed from outside the scope. So there are multiple things you can search over the Google, or you can like contact us, like whatever the free services or maybe managed services that we can use for building our ideas. So now I'm hoping like I'm yeah,
I hope now you got a
idea.
rough idea that, okay, instead of thinking too big, you can go into chunks,
Yeah.
and implement your ideas
Right.
that you have. It may be something small. Um, you may have seen there are some website which converts JPG image to PNG,
Yeah.
right? So we may think these are a very simple tool, but some of the tools are actually generating huge amount of revenue
Right.
that are only generated built by a single developer. In our WhatsApp community, I will be sharing a link where you can find all this kind of startups or products, you can say, or side projects, you can say, are actually generating huge amount of money, and they are quite successful. So I hope next time when some idea comes up, go and implement it instead of thinking too much about technology selection. I will become Mark Zuckerberg kind of thing. So don't do that. Go with the small chunks, and I hope everyone is going to be successful. And by the way, Yash, thank you for the nice demo.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
पैसा ही पैसा होगा. Pramod is asking पैसा ही पैसा होगा.
Right. Is there any questions like for you all? Anything? It's just like as a Q&A session. I know we are running late.
Extremely sorry, we are running 18 minutes late, but that's not an issue. We wanted to make it productive instead of just a formality kind of thing. So I hope you guys will not mind. So any questions in your mind popping up? I hope no one has any questions. Okay then. If you have any questions, feel free to ask anywhere in our WhatsApp group.
And please share the feedback. I'm sharing a feedback form with us, with you, and will there will be an automated mail. You will find the automated mail by tomorrow.
Yes.
Which is a pre-scheduled.
Yes.
It's
So
automated.
make sure to provide your feedback. It's more important to improve upon, because as a community, we are still growing and we are still in very early phase. So your feedbacks are much important for us to grow. Yeah, that's all from my side.
And talking about the another week, we are planning another meetup on the Chrome developer tools. Like if you are working on a web platform and you are working on a website or maybe web applications or maybe front end technologies, so you need to use Chrome developer tools many times. So what are the what are the best practices, how we can debug our applications, how we can test our applications? So we'll talk about the Chrome developer tools in our next week meetup. And if you have any suggestions, maybe topic, you can share your feedback over the WhatsApp group, or maybe you can fill the feedback form, and we'll definitely check out your topic and we'll finalize and we'll share the dates about the topic and all. So here's the link for the registration. You will find the mail as well as for the it's automated mail mail for the Chrome dev tools. And there is another thing like
So basically, if you are apart from doing all the stuff what we are doing, we are also planning to have something that uh, we can do to actually formalize the things a bit. So we are actually launching a front end boot camp. So it's actually a different kind of boot camp. Like it is not like we will teach you React, we will teach you Angular, something like that. We want you to become a front end specialist regardless of framework. So this is a different kind of thing. Although this track will get bootcamp consists of two frameworks like Vue and Angular, and you will get the option to choose either you want to learn Angular or Vue. But um, the whole agenda of this bootcamp is to make you a front end specialist instead of a what say framework developer. So if you are interested or any one of your friends are interested, please feel free to refer to this boot camp. Thanks.
Yeah. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions over the WhatsApp group. I will share the Discord link as well as this is our the community group for the WhatsApp. You can join. It's your platform. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions.